See me.
There we go. We're live. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Gorgeous women on the ride. Today, I am here with the fabulous Emma Haslem, and I'm going to get her to introduce herself in a moment and share her business. So I've been working with Emma for the past kind of five-ish months, and I'm really excited just watching her on her journey with the business that she's growing and the lives that she's changing with that. I think it's really powerful. And I really do feel passionate about businesses that make a difference. And I think that Emma's business definitely makes a difference to those people who are looking for help with this. So Emma, would you like to, I'm going to open my door because I'm boiling hot. As I open my door, would you like to introduce yourself and tell everybody about?
Yes. Am I still on? You've frozen.
Oh, where have you gone? Hi.
Am I here?
Oh, there you are. You're back now. Our connection went a bit
froze. Yeah, so as Claire said, so my name's Emma Haslem, and my business is called Your IVF Abroad, and I set it up with my husband following our own journey with infertility and being turned down for NHS treatment. So we knew we needed to go privately, but when we looked at kind of UK costings, so expensive, and we knew that we could maybe just about save up for one round, but that felt like massive pressure. And so we began to look at using a clinic abroad, and we ended up using one, and we had a really fantastic clinical experience for a fraction of the price, but there was lots of questions along the way, and where do I find medication? What do I do about this? I don't understand that. And kind of communicating with the clinic via email all the time comes with challenges, even though that their English is very good. Sometimes things aren't always clear. So we found the process quite stressful, and particularly picking a clinic. Like, you type IVF abroad into Google and so much comes up. It's like, where do I start?
Yeah.
So we just thought, hang on a minute, like, I would love to have had somebody just to kind of help us practically, but also maybe that's been there, that gets it, to help us emotionally along the way. And, you know, why pay all this money out when you don't need to? So that's where the idea of the business came, really. And what we do is we help people by matching them to 3 clinics for them to choose from. And then if they decide to go ahead with their treatment, then we sort everything out for them that they need, and we're with them every step of the way. Yeah. And we are 100% independent. So we're the only reproductive agency in the UK that are 100% independent and who have also had IVF. And that's important because that means that we are truly on the side of our clients. And when we make a recommendation for a clinic, it's because we think they're the right clinic rather than one who's going to pay us the biggest commission. So we don't take any commission. And instead, what we do is we get those clinics to give discounts to our clients. So we're all about, you know, our mission of making things more affordable, more accessible to people, so that more people get a chance to have fertility treatment. And that support that is so important when you're going through that. So that's kind of me and our business.
Absolutely. And I love it. And one of the reasons why I love it is the fact that it's not money driven. You didn't start this business because you went, oh, there's a money pot here, let's go and do this. Instead, you went through this experience yourself. You realized that there could be a better job being done, and that people going through that, couples going through that, or even individuals going through that, really kind of needed that extra support because you lacked it yourself. And so I love the fact that you've built this business around your own personal experience and around something that you really have a huge heart around. And I think that certainly as I've watched you growing your business, I've seen that time and time again, and actually had to nudge you a little bit, because it's like, yeah, and it's a business, and it's a business. It's a heart-centered business for sure, and it's a business. So yeah, I love kind of your story around how you experienced that, which is what ignited that passion and that idea to go out there and help other people. So tell me a little bit about your journey. So obviously you went through your own journey in your own IVF abroad, which led you to the idea of your business. Tell us a little bit about the journey of you actually setting up and beginning your business. And by the way, before you do that, those people who are watching, say good morning. Say hi to us. It'd be lovely to see you.
Yeah, so well, I actually started the business in when I was on maternity leave, and I had awful postnatal depression. And it kind of gave me a focus. Obviously, there was my son as well, but it gave me another focus and another kind of something to kind of strive for, to kind of not think about the postnatal depression. And it drove me to kind of want to do this, even though I didn't really have sort of the time that I wanted, but I knew there would always be something anyway. And it also gave us the time. Like, I'd already started doing a lot of research around the clinics. Like, I'd already put a lot of the legwork in, and just thought, well, we can just start it and see what happens, because you know, I've still got a part-time job, and you know, there's no kind of pressure around it, which I think was a nice way to kind of start it, because I didn't want that. But also it meant that there was a little bit of thinking. I know a lot about IVF and IVF abroad, but I have no idea how to really run a business. And like you said, Claire, because it is a heart-centered business, it was the whole thinking about charging people for something, particularly when you're vulnerable and having IVF. There's a lot of people who will take your money for things that you don't need, or that there's no evidence around. And I thought, oh, I don't want to be one of those people. But then I kind of got my head around, naturally, this is about a service and it's a choice. You're not forcing it on anybody. And that helped with my mindset. But yeah, I didn't really know sort of how to run a business, and I didn't have any clients at that point. It was all very, very much the kind of getting our name out there and getting people aware of us. But we didn't actually have any paying clients at that point.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about when you got your first paying client? Because I think that there's people in this group at all different points in their business, right? And there'll definitely be some people here who have started their business and they're at that point where they're waiting for that first client. So what was your experience of getting your first client?
Oh, it was amazing. It's like the best thing ever, because obviously we'd invested in the academy at that point, because I saw that to get me where I needed to be, I needed some support. But that's a big investment, particularly when you're not making the money. So I think that helped me focus. But when even though you were saying, Emma, of course you're going to get clients, like, what do you mean? And I still didn't have that self-belief, did I? So when I actually got the first client, it was just like the best feeling, because then I started thinking, actually, maybe this is going to work. Like, maybe I can do this. And then when that client moved through to saying, we want to also use you for this, and then we got a testimonial at the end of it, and then you're like, wow, okay, yeah, I can do this. And then I think that then helps with the ripple effect of then getting more clients, because your mindset begins to change, doesn't it? It
plants a seed, doesn't it? And suddenly you go, oh, wow, well, if one person said yes, then the next. And so you start to build that momentum, which is so beautiful. And actually, you saying that, I just remember, I hope you don't mind me sharing this. I remember our first call together, and you were like, well, if I do, if I do the academy with you, and if I get just 1 or 2 clients, then at least that goes to us. And I'm like, you could do so much more than that. And you were like, do you really think so? So it was lovely for me. Watching that actually happen, and watching those clients come in, and watching you kind of go, wow, like, yes, people will buy this, and it's really helping. And watching shifting you to that selling is serving, which I feel so passionate about, right? We so often hold back from selling, thinking that we're taking things from people, when actually we're giving something. We're giving people the things that they need and they're searching for. Your ideal clients, which we've obviously talked about, are searching for that help, for that support, for those answers. And so when you show up and you're visible and you share about your business and you say, actually, I can help you in this way, which is a little bit different to what else is out there, it's like, boom, wow, thank you. And so at the heart of it, definitely that selling is serving, and watching you step up and serve in a greater capacity as you went through the academy was really lovely.
And I think that's absolutely the point. Once I got my head round that it's not selling and just talking from the heart about why I'm so passionate about this business, but not coming from it from a scarcity mindset, coming from it from an abundance, and it's up to them. Once I flipped that, the conversion of clients is like insane now, and I didn't kind of believe that. Well, I did believe you, but until you start to see it for yourself, you're like, okay, that does actually really work. And now, it's up to them to make the decision, but I don't feel like I'm selling, because I'm just pointing out the benefits for them to decide. And then inevitably a lot of them do decide that, yes, they want to, or if they decide no, it's because of reasons outside of my control, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So what have been some of your biggest lessons as you've been setting up this business and bringing in clients and doing all of those things? What have been some of the big kind of lessons or aha moments or anything else for you?
I think one that you've mentioned, the selling is serving, is one. Being myself, all of myself, and just myself, and not thinking I have to be anybody else, because actually you are what people buy or not, but you can only be you. And if you're holding yourself back to be a version of you that you think is more, I don't know, fits the mold, then that doesn't work either. Yeah. So you've just got to be all of you and trust that the right clients will then come because you are all of you. So my clients tend to be honest, trustworthy, a little bit of a laugh, but that's the way I am. So I'm projecting that, and that's what's coming back to me. So the types of people I then want to work with come back to me. And if I wasn't myself, I'd be getting people who wouldn't be quite a good fit. And you've got to get on with your clients, haven't you? It's really
Absolutely, yeah.
Work, yeah. But also having boundaries and not being afraid to charge my worth, because my prices were far too cheap at the beginning. And you told me that, but I was like, I can't put my prices up, not yet. And I have now put my prices up that still feel reasonable, but you know, nobody else is doing what we do. And I don't mean that in a kind of like, well, people can pay whatever because there's only us. What I mean is the level of service that they get is huge. And for me to do the kind of job that I want to do for people, and that people actually don't know yet that's what they need, then I have to charge my worth. So I don't think, oh God, I've got this client and don't want to do it. So, you know, I've up my pricing that feels better. Nobody's said to me, oh, prices are expensive. So I think that's been a big learning. And my last one is to trust the process, because you get a lot of information in the academy, which is amazing, and you will not get through it all, and you probably won't do it all in the right order. And then you probably have times where you go, but I think just trust where you are and work through one step at a time. And if you don't make it through all of it, doesn't matter, because it's still there. So I know that there are parts of it that I utilised massively that I needed where I was, but I will come back to the other bits when I'm ready to kind of take the next step. So there's just so much in there. But you've got to kind of trust the process a little bit, haven't you? Which I found quite difficult.
The more that you can trust the process, the easier that the journey is, right? Because I think that one of the things that I see all the time, and even, you know, I remember at the beginning, I could feel that like energy in you of, I've got to do this right, and I've got to be on time, I've got to do it. And it's that whole like lean into it, because remember, this is, and this is what I say to everyone, and you did that so beautifully. I think you did lean into it, and you did let go, and you did begin trusting. And as I saw you do that, I started, like, you saw how it shifted and became easier for me, right? And I think that that's so true. It's leaning into that trust and going, you know, yes, I believe I can do this, and this is my pace, and this is how I work, and building your business from a place of abundance rather than building it from a place of scarcity. And I really think you do that, which is beautiful. And I think that that's what your whole business is about, right? It's about, actually, there's a different way that you can go about doing this, and it's a way that you can have support and not be alone, and you know, walk in the steps of, firstly, you who did it yourself and so experienced it, and then now you've had lots of clients who have also done that, so you really do know what you're doing. And I think that that's beautiful. And it does come from that heart-centered place. It does come from the place of you having been through it yourself and know the ups and downs and everything else, and how you can support you know, people as they go through that journey. So I do think it's absolutely incredible. So when you think about your business moving forwards, what are you excited to show up and create, and how are you excited to help more people who desperately want your help?
Yeah, so I mean, because when coronavirus hit, I thought, well, that's it, we're definitely not going to get any more clients because of coronavirus. And actually that was not true. But what it did made me think was, actually, you know, there's other things I can be doing that will help more people, rather than the kind of the one-to-one work. Some people won't be able to afford to work with us one-to-one. Some people want to do more of it themselves. And there'll be only so many people that I can kind of work with. So I recognise that there are other ways I could be serving people. So I'm thinking of other ideas, online ideas, that I'm going to be working on, that I can bring out as well. So more options of ways that people can work with us. So that's really exciting, because I feel like the one-to-one work's going really, really well. And that's kind of where I wanted to get to with the academy, going from sort of no paying clients to regular income, which I've got. but I would like to be working with even more people. So, you've taught me that there are other ways as well as one-to-one that I can be looking at. So I just feel a lot more confident. And I think what I've learned, one of the things I've learned is the whole ebb and flow thing. So when I ebb, I don't try to flow now. I just stop.
Yeah.
And then when I flow, it's like idea central. And some of the stuff from earlier on in the academy, I was thinking, yeah, but I don't get it. And then one day it just clicks, and I'm like, I've got it. I've totally got it. So again, it's that trust thing, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
So now I just feel like I've kind of like, I'm at a completely different level to where I was when we first started working with each other, and I've got the confidence. So if I don't know what I'm doing now, I've got all those tools that you've given us to tap into. So amazing. I feel in a much better kind of place, much more confident to go out and try things, and there's much more self-belief than there was before.
Yeah, which is absolutely gorgeous to see. Let's talk about Facebook Lives for a moment, because in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be running a Facebook Live challenge to help people get confident going live, to get their message out there to more people. And I'm sure people are watching and going, oh, Emma's like awesome live. She's totally relaxed and everything else. Did you always feel relaxed going live, Emma?
No, absolutely not. And I still sometimes get nervous, but it's the best way. If you show up live and people can get to know you, I would say never watch your lives back, because you'll always be like, I've got one eye smaller than the other, or my eyebrows need to, or whatever it is. So I'd say don't watch them back. But the live challenge is brilliant. We did something in the academy, didn't we? Around that. And it 100% works. Like, even, just plan what you're going to talk about, and you'll probably think, I've got nothing to talk about. Like, there's nothing to talk about. But if you think about the pain points and desires of your clients, there's always something to talk about. And you don't have to be on for 45 minutes. You can just go on for a couple of minutes. And you can also do things that you've just seen that are interesting, that might interest them. It doesn't have to be this big scary thing. And I promise you, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. 100%. And all the other ladies, it was the same for them in the academy, wasn't it? Like, none of us felt confident, apart from maybe Lisa, at going live. There's not many people that do. I mean, if you've not done something before, of course it's going to feel scary, but it's the best ways to grow your audience and to connect with your audience, isn't it?
Every single one of you got over it. Every single one of you, like, are going live and being visible and sharing your message, which is amazing to see. And I think that, you do have such a powerful message that people want to, like, people need to know about, right? They need to know that this is an option for helping them with fertility and being able to go abroad and be supported through that process, not feel like they're alone like you did when you had to kind of go through it. So let me have a look at the comments a little bit. We've got Sarah. Good morning, Sarah, gorgeous. Caroline, good morning. Stephanie, good morning, Stephanie. She's so happy she's fallen into this live. Lovely to see you, Stephanie. Caroline. So Caroline's in the academy too. She's saying, I'm still working my way through it all. It's amazing. And I know I will work with Claire again in the future. Oh, thank you, Caroline. She also says, oh my God, yes, but as soon as you go live, results happen. Yes, they do. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm really excited to do the challenge. That's coming up. And of course, it's just a small part of the whole academy, but it really is a game changer, isn't it?
It is. And nobody will critique you like you critique yourself. Like, that's our ego, isn't it? That's us. Like, nobody cares about the things that we kind of care about. What they're there for is you, and to listen to what you've got to say. So I think once you get past that, then that really helps. So it's practice, isn't it? Just got to get up, do it.
Yeah, definitely. So for any women who are actually looking into IVF and fertility things that might be in this group, or perhaps they've got friends or family who might be going through this and looking for a journey ahead with it all, how do they find you, and what would their first steps be, things like that?
Yeah, so we've got a website, which is yourivfabroad.co.uk, and we offer a free, totally no obligation consultation, just a chat really, to see if we're a good fit and for people to ask the questions. You can also find us on Facebook at Your IVF Abroad, and on Instagram at Your IVF Abroad. And if you are currently trying to conceive with infertility, I have a free Facebook support group called Infertility Warriors Let Battle Commence, which is a lovely closed group. It's a confidential group of women who are trying to conceive, or with infertility, and they're at different stages of their journey. It's not just for people who are going abroad, it's for anybody. And it's just a nice space to come in and ask questions. We support each other, and I'm in there all the time, you know, giving hints and tips and going live and that kind of thing. So, you know, we'd love to see you across there if people want to find us.
Absolutely. So once we finish this little live, I'm going to get Emma to pop it into the comments. If you're watching the replay back, the link will be in there, so you can go and find her, copy, paste it, pass it on to anyone that you know it might help right now. Emma, it's been awesome having you on here. It was fantastic having you in the Academy. I am so excited about this business that you're building, the leaps and bounds you've already taken forwards with it, and the difference you're going to make to so many lives with what you're doing. So, so yeah, I just want to say well done. It's beautiful. Have you got any kind of last words or anything you want to share?
Yeah, I think if you're like I was and thinking, do I, don't I, with the Academy, is it going to be a good investment? Can I afford it? Is it going to help? Like, seriously, the value that you get for the price is unreal. And like, I know Claire would say, well, you would still get there. I'm not sure I would have got there, or it would have taken me so much longer. But also you've got that group of lovely women that you've got, you know, in your Facebook group that are by your side as well, supporting you all the way along. So it's terrific value, and I would just say do it and don't overthink it, because I'm a massive overthinker and I'm quite cautious when it comes to spending large sums of money. So, but it was the best thing that I ever did. And then without that, I wouldn't now be able to then think about all the other things that I'm going to do to help more people. So I'd say do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And it's been so amazing watching you on your journey. And as I said, I am really excited for everything that you're going to create and that beautiful ripple effect that you're making in the world with your business. So, so well done, Emma. And you're right, like the group is incredible, right? Those Academy groups, badass women supporting each other, helping each other rise. It's that whole, like, we rise by lifting others. So part of that journey is, yes, supporting other people and allowing yourself to be supported by the other women, which is sometimes a learning, but yeah, completely. Emma, thank you so much for having us today. Those of you live with us now, lovely to see you. If you're watching the replay back, if you've got questions for Emma, feel free to pop them in. I'm sure she'll notice them and answer them, or I will. We will see you really soon, and sending lots of love.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.